Hello and welcome back to GT Retro World. What we have here, guys, is a collection of spares that have been in the back of the garage now for, well, they've been back in the back of two garages, to be honest, in a total probably of 30-35 years between the two properties. And I actually dug them out only just recently, a couple of days ago, and I thought I'd just share, really. It's my journey that I'm still going through. I'm trying to get out the bloody way so I can crack on with other things and other projects. But yeah, I thought, what the heck, I'll get them out. We'll have a look what we've got here. I was actually surprised what I did find in amongst all this crap. Some memories, a lot of it's shit like, but yeah, there's a few memories there. And also, if any of you tech lads or any guys need anything to get you out of trouble or out, maybe it's a new fish or whatever, you know, I'm not going to need all these, so just give us a quick hollow, you know, we'll see if we can sort something out for you. Maybe it's an obsolete part that you can't find. Well, they're all obsolete anyway, these things, aren't they? But yeah, anyway, this is what we've got. I'll go through it anyway. I'll try and be as quick as I can. And I'll get this out of the way, because I'll tell you one thing, this is in the conservatory, you know, Lass will have a paddy when she sees all this shit in here. I've no idea what that is, but it's a DM, HB, DMC. Obviously it looks like a 90s radio of some description. It's been stripped within an inch of its life. It's probably something like I don't know, a Midland or something. I'm not too sure. Anyway, that's that there. We'll try and get rid of some of this crap there. This is interesting. It's a PA39AA. We all know what that's off, don't we? It's what's left of an audio line 341, I'd say, or a Unearthed 200. Look at the state of that bad boy, yeah? Yeah, not good at all, that. But yeah, I don't think there's anything even worth taking off that. Anyway, we'll keep it to one side for now. What have we got here? It's 1106A, 7137. I have no idea what that come off. I can't remember at all. I mean, some of these I've had since I was a kid, you know what I mean? Some of this crap. That crystal board, I have no idea what that's off, but it's cracked. These were all just sat on top of each other in a knackered old box, to be honest, in the back of a garage. I mean, to be honest, it's dry in there, but like you can see, it's not the best really, but that's beating the moon and back, hasn't it there? Woohoo! But I mean, some of the bits might be alright, I don't know. What have we got here? Looks like an Amstrad, doesn't it? Yeah, it's Amstrad, that I think, isn't it? Or maybe not, maybe it's a Mustang. My God, that is a mess, isn't it? There's not much left of that to salvage. Maybe some of the cans might be alright if they haven't been obliterated. I don't know. No idea what that is, guys. Little board. No idea. Another little board. There's a chip being took out there, so I don't know what the hell that's out of, to be honest. No idea. Hang on, the board's a HCT394HB. That rings a bell. A linear. Look at the state of this. I don't know where the hell this fell into my hands, because I don't remember it, to be fair. It's a power hit PH5005, and that ain't. There's no hitting power that anymore, is there? Look at it. Useless. But again, we'll keep it, because I mean that looks quite useful. What do we have next there? Little linear. Now this here, I found this was in one box and that was in the other, but it's the same linear, like, obviously, and it's the PG Electronics, 4 watt in, 20 watt out. I think those were something like that. I'm trying to read on there. I think the model's an Apollo by the looks of it. Yeah. Again, that I doubt will be working, but again, it won't take much to get that up and running again. Whether I want it was another thing, but Yeah. It's an MRF 475 in there, eh? Ah, interesting. Right. Couple of old linears here, bits and bobs, what's left of them. Again, not much use to marine them, but these heat sinks might be useful. That's the fascia off one of them. What's left of a mosquito? Not a lot. Couple of heat sinks. Right, that looks like it's off there, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Trying to keep tidy here. Remember these daft things and all these antenna tuners? 100 watt my ass. Absolute junk. It's there. A little EA50. These weren't actually that bad, but obviously the issue's just fried, and it has two outputs in there, like two 1969s. You see, guys, I don't want to lift the legs too much on in case they're functional, or maybe one of them is. I don't know. Again, I've had them bloody years as well. But I'll tick them out and test them. Yeah, may as well. Might be useful. Low pass filter. Not very useful at all, to be honest. Never did out for me. Skipmaster power swar meter. I do vaguely remember that. It's actually quite. I don't like the captive coax, like, but it feels quite nicely built. Right, now this here, it's either is my first linear that I had as a teenager, or one of the first, and I had no clue I still had this. I was still at school, put it that way. It's a little BRL 25 from Bremy. I have no idea if I've still got the front of it. I doubt it, like. But yeah, I want to get that going, and I want to make something of the front, because, like I say, that brings a lot. It brings a lot of memories, but short-lived ones, because it didn't last that long. It was a matter of days or weeks that lasted, and it popped. And I tell you, who burnt that out? A lad called Mick Matchbox. I don't think he's on the channel, but if he ever sees this, like, he'll remember all right. But yeah, that's a bit of a history in that thing. Jesus, absolutely. Now here we have a Turner Plus 3B. What's left of it? Nothing in here, look, see. Now I tell you what, I remember getting this off. He's on my channel, a lad called Andy. I'm sure I got it off him. Again, mid-90s, I think, thereabouts. Because round about then is when I started packing in, you know, with all this type of stuff. I mean, to be honest, you could probably do something with that. The chassis is absolutely solid. I mean, look at them switches. Fantastic, aren't they? Yeah. So it might be worth doing something with that. I don't know. We'll have a think about that. As I'm sorting out here, I'm trying to keep it tidy as well, because I need to get this crap out of here ASAP. Little Mustang swar meter. No idea if it works, but it probably will. They always do, don't they? Right, let's have a look at these radios. Right, we have a low TX40 here. Jesus. That ain't TXing anymore, is it? That's for sure. No chance. Let's have a little look inside of it there. Signal meter missing. Mic socket missing. Knackered switch. Outputs are all there, like. What is that in there? Can't see. Cobwebs. Alright. We've got an inscription in the back of here. Woollyback. That's Paul, that. Paul Woollyback. My God, I haven't spoken to him in years. Yeah, I'll have picked this up mid-90s, this one, definitely. So that's probably some of the later stuff, eh? Now I've got two little Midlands here. Keep this sorted out, get these back put away shortly as well. 70095s, there's two of them. On top of there, eh? That looks almost complete. No, it doesn't. Let's have a look. Yeah, a couple of variable resistors have been swiped out of it, but other than that, see, that's what you did then, didn't you? You didn't buy new ones, because everything's so easy, readily available now, isn't it? Like that type of thing. You just swiped them out with another radio. It was just easier because you had them to hand. But yeah, I mean, there could be something done with that. Maybe not. So that's that. Again, we've got another one of these here. Again, that's pretty much complete as well. It's more complete than that one. I have no idea what's up with these. I might give them a little look, you know. I'll have a little look into them. They weren't the best radio, mid-90s them, aren't they? Right, what we got here? We got a realistic TRC 2005. Again, this is probably late 80s, early 90s, isn't it? Thereabouts. Feels like loop's gone out of it. Maybe that's all, to be honest. Obviously the DIN socket on the front's done a warp as well. Don't know why that is like, but anyway, that's gone. And what's this? Do you know what? I think this is a team, this. It is a team, yeah. It's a Team Euro 4012. That... No. No. There might be a couple of components worth salvaging out of that, but it's not really worth the hassle. I don't even know where the bezel is off it, to be honest. But I'll let you have a little look. I did show you. Yeah, it's too messy in there to do anything with. I can't be arsed with that. I think most techs wouldn't even be bothered about messing about with that, like. Silly idea. Right, what do we have here? So the board, that's another Amstrad or Mustang there, isn't it? Oh, might be a couple of handy little bits and bobs on there. That might be usable. Well, not usable, but a couple of bits might be. I know power switch is knackered, the spring in it. But these cans are... The cores look half decent. Them. I mean, that's probably what they're worth keeping. That's the only reason, like I would say. Right, what have we got here? We've got a little Maxcom 4E with a Midland signal meter in it. Looks healthy up top, actually. I don't know where the lid is off it. It looks quite healthy inside, to be honest. I mean, someone's had a twiddle of the trying to get a bit of power out of it, but everything else looks pretty much stable. I'll have a look at that. I'll put some of these to one side and get a bit of an idea with them. What do we have here? Eurosonic. Eurosonic Euro 1. I used to like to look at these radios, but I think they were shit, weren't they? I think I've got a Eurosonic board in there as well, haven't I? I've just pulled out. Yeah, that's been... It's had a bit of a mess about with it, hasn't it? I've noticed the cap's gone out the back. It's either fell out or been ripped out. I can't remember, do you know? It's too long ago. It's way too long ago to even remember anything like that. But anyway, that's that, Eurosonic. Facial looks alright on it, I suppose, if someone's definite one. It's just a bit of crap on there. Midland 3001. Up top looks not bad. It's had a new output. One time in its life. The old 2078. Microphone socket had gone out of that. I mean, sometimes these used to get raided, these, for messing about setting up Melosses, because I used to do quite a few of them for people. That may be doable. We'll have a look at that one as well. Now this here, I remember this. I've just found the bottom of that actually, which is that. This here, guys, is a Harrier CB, and you probably want to see one in this bad a shape before I tell you. This is a mess. And I remember getting this going actually, it was working. Look at that board. The top case had a big dink in it right through, and obviously it wrecked the board. But I did manage to get it going, because there's not a lot happens around here on the tracers. You'd think a big gap out of there, but I did get it running. But I couldn't sell it or do anything with it, because obviously you just can't, can you? So just shoved in the scrap pile, as you do. So there's that. A bit of a mess here, aren't we? Enterprise 40 FM, no lids, I don't think, unless I find another box somewhere. I don't think so though. Threw them all out because I thought they're no good. I mean, to be honest, these were in a box, but they were out the way, I thought I'd got rid of them really. That actually looks almost complete, you know. Telling you, output and that looks like the worst, nastiest job as well. But the rest of it looks... someone's had a mess about with the cars by the looks of it. And I don't mean the band. Right, we've got to have Comtrom AM/FM here. This I definitely got off Paul Woolley back, I remember. Yeah, because he'd twiddle the shit out of it. It'd be good to see him on my channel actually. But yeah, this is a mid-90s thing when I was dealing with Kestrel, I think it was thereabouts, that era. But yeah, he's had a good twiddle in that, alright. I never even bothered with that, because again, they were worth out with her, no one messed about with them. And now it's probably still not worth a lot, but at least it's worth having a mess about with them now, isn't it? It's different. So, yeah, I don't know where that's come from. That's terrible, that, isn't it, that knob? Yeah, but anyway, AM/FM Comtrom. Right, this here, guys, you're not going to believe this. This was my first ever AM radio. The old CB Master 2040, 40 channel jobby. I actually bought this almost new. I bought it, it was used, but it was actually boxed like new. The guy who bought it off, I was only a kid at the time, and yeah, unbelievable to be honest. It's a bit shocking to see, to be fair. I might even get this up and running, you know, because there'll be nothing hardly took. Well, the outputs have gone. There's no lids, which is not good. Interesting. What have we got here? What board's that? PTBM134, so it's Rotel, I don't know, Binatone 5-star or whatever, you know what I mean? That type of thing. Harrier, York. There's that loops on there still. It's been rated the hell of that, like, but I'll tell you what I couldn't understand there. Bloody hell. Someone's drilled the board. It ain't me, that. I remember that. Yeah, the board's been drilled. Holy shit. It's an interesting upgrade, isn't it, there? Or modification, should we say. Put that in my little board pile. Look at this here, guys, eh? What might that be, may you think? Is it a Cybernet? Because it could be. Or is it a Ford? Roadmaster. Yeah, it's a Ford Roadmaster. Or was. No, there's nothing we can do with that, guys, is there really? Even most of the cars are shot. Let's have a look what we've got here. Outputs have gone. Driver's gone. I mean, some of the bits might be handy, like, I don't know. I'll keep all of it. As I say, if any of you guys are stuck for anything, maybe you've got a knackered chassis or something, you know. I mean, that chassis doesn't look bad, but the rest of it's obviously not worth a fart, is it? What's that? Looks like it's another. Yeah, it's another 134. That again, Rotel, York. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, wow, that's an interesting channel selector there, isn't it? Yeah. I'll tell you what, they lost bearing, won't it? Yeah. Do you know what? I used to like... As a kid, I remember, actually, there was an old guy, he said to me, take the bearing out of them, they feel like a nice VFO, do you know what I mean? And anyway, I did. And obviously, if you knocked it, you were screwed, but if you were careful, you know, they were quite nice. But yeah, that's what's gone wrong with that. It's, well, it's not got wrong with it, it's been took out. This has nothing to do with me, mind you. It's probably fell out the state of it. Anyway, it's crack on. I've already had to turn this camera off once. It's over bloody heated, hasn't it? Right, we've got a Murphy. Little Murphy 602. Again, these went... I don't think they were a bad chassis, were they, really? Not a bad little thing I'm giving it. Now that is complete. Oh, don't know what the hell's going on here, like, but there, that's pretty much complete, that. I mean, how the hell keeps all this shit for all these years, it's unbelievable, really. But yeah, I might have a little go at messing about with that. Signal meter's missing out of this, but it looks, most of it's there. Right, these were a fantastic little radio. These, you could modify these to the moon and back. An ICOM RCB 1050, the MC 14510. Yeah. That looks all there. Output's gone on it. Driver's still there. Everything. One of the cans have been ripped out of it. That'll have been me, probably. Might be able to do something with that, I don't know. Again, if anyone needs anything, just give me a shout. What's this? Midland 100M. AM, isn't it? Definitely AM. Yeah, outputs have gone. A couple of variable resistors have been took out, that'll have been me, no doubt. But not much use for out that really. Just spares again. These are all spares really. I might have a dig at some of them. Alright. PLL02A there on this, so that must be probably a Colt 720 or PT BM 106 board, OX. Yeah, that reminds me of a Colt 720. Yeah, it'd be something like that, I'm not sure. Anyway, we'll put that over here out of the way. I'm trying to keep it near tidy still, do you know what I mean? I need this out of here ASAP before I get in trouble after the XYL. Or the good lady. Old AM set, probably an old Midland 100M or something like that. Just the board. Ripped to shreds, to be honest. Some of these cans might be useful, but other than that, it's neither use nor aim at these aren't really. Bloody hell, what the hell is that? MRF 26Ds and the MRF 264. That looks like something off an old telecom radio or something like that, doesn't it? Maybe. But they're big odd cans, aren't they? Yeah, that's off some VHF type thing, that by the looks of it. Yeah. What have we got here? No idea, guys. Looks like a 90s radio or something, maybe a bit earlier, late 80s. But I don't know what it is. We've got a board number here anyway, let's have a quick look. Why can't I see a board number? Let's have a look what we've got on here. We've got 94V-0. That's it. So, you know what that is, guys? Any ideas? Midland 3001 AM, this is obviously. Yeah. Yeah. Still got the outputs in there, which is. Yeah. Might be able to do something with that, maybe. Thing is, though, like me throwing all the cases out and whatnot, it's not the greatest idea, was it? I suppose, Neil, when you think about this. Now these antenna switches were a bit of a bonus. These are quite expensive, these Daiwas, and I need one of them at the moment for the shack. So that was a good find. This one I'm not too sure about, it's Nagasawa or something like that. It does look quite substantial, to be fair. It looks like it wants a seal replacement, but other than that it looks quite decent. So that might be useful as well, to be honest. I'll keep that over that side. Microphone, that was just a random thing that was in there. Right here, this is the Mrs. mic. She had this when I first met her. This is the one I was telling you about, the second one I had. I didn't know it was in the garage. I'd been looking for it like a little bit, but this was actually working a treat, but we couldn't get the battery for it at the time. I know you can now, like you can obtain them, can't you? So I'll probably get this one up and running. It's a bit tidier than the other one I've got, and I might use the guts out the other one I've got in that Turner Plus 3B and try and make something out of it. That's when I can be bothered, like, you know. Right, let's go over here. This was a bit of a weird find. I do vaguely remember it, like, but I definitely was given it. Again, 90s or so, this will be early 90s. It's a little realistic scanner. Model wise, I have no idea. There's nothing really to read off it. Unless I come over some other bits and bobs, I ain't got a clue, guys. Not at all. So we'll put that over there on that pile. A couple of lids here, look. Right, that is off. Looks like that's off the bottom of that Enterprise, definitely. So we'll leave that there. That looks like it's off of the bottom of an Amstrad. Speaker's got a bit of movement in this, but that hasn't. Oh, that's the bottom off that Harrier CB, isn't it? I think. So we'll keep that down there as well. See, the vase started being a bit deteriorated, like in the garage, but like I say, I didn't expect to ever come back to this bloody shit. Do you know what I mean? Hang on a minute, there's a couple of lids here, like. What have we got here? That's off a little audio line, or Unearthed 100, there, isn't it? Telling them a mile away. Again, this is off. Looks like a Harrier CB, thereabouts, that type of thing. Or maybe not actually. Maybe it's a bit more curl than the Harrier CB. No, I think it is. See, that's had a sticker on here, so I'm just trying to think what radio's on the sticker right on the top. No idea. Anyway, we'll come to that another day. But I won't be getting rid of them in a hurry this time round. Right, Skiptech HS 2000 FM. This was actually a good little radio. This was my own personal one. Again, this is probably late 80s, early 90s, I'd say, thereabouts. Like I say, they're good little. I liked them. I thought they were all right. It was one of the Kerno specials, so it'd be, yeah, it'd probably be early 90s, won't it? I have no idea why this is in the way it's in, the state it's in, because it looks all complete. But I will take a look at it now. I've got a bit more time, or should I say can be asked. But it looks, yeah, it looks all complete, that. New enough. So we'll have a look at that at a later date. Now these two little beauties, I didn't even expect to find these. I think I mentioned these in one of our previous videos. Little handies, 27 megs, but I think they're operated on channel 14. And they are just basically M-Power transceiver, MP05. Now I thought I might have had one kicking about, but not the bloody pair of them. I actually found the other battery holder, but I can't see why these wouldn't work still. But yeah, crikey, I mean they are very old, you know. I mean, they were terribly looked after, really. Look at the state of them. I mean, people will probably say, Christ, you haven't looked after them very well, now, but I bet half the people who say that haven't even got the bloody things anymore, let alone looked after them. So there's one up on me anyway. I've done something right. It might have kept them in a bad state, but yeah, I've still got them. I found that as well. That's the case for that Skiptech. Now this realistic TRC 3000, I do vaguely remember this. I can't remember where I got it off now, but I've never touched it. It's pretty much complete. I don't know what the hell was the idea of the captive microphone like, but I guess he didn't like his DIN socket. I think these were DIN, weren't they? Correct me if I'm wrong. Can't remember. Well, that could be worth a little go. Maybe, maybe not. I found the back panel. It's somewhere on the floor down there. I think it is. Can you hear that bloody blue bottle? I'm having to leave the conservatory door open, guys, because the camera keeps freezing up. It's getting too hot. It's that warm in here at the moment. I mean, we've had a bit of a shitty week, really. It's been overcast all week, but now look at it. You know, it decides to go crazy. I'll tell you what is in here now with the door wide open. It's 28, 29 degrees. So, obviously, it's going a bit over the top, isn't it? A couple of power supplies. There's another. That's another one off. That's another Harrier jobby there, isn't it? Oh, maybe I've got more lids than what I think. Ish. Little Skiptech power supply. Definitely tell that's been sat around too long, can't you? Jesus. There's probably nothing wrong with that, to be fair. Maybe there is, I don't know. It won't be much anyway, that's for sure. And there's another 5-7 Smart here as well. These are mid-90s jobbies, aren't they? No idea what the crack is with that. like I say, these will either been handed to me for spares back in the 90s, early 90s, mid 90s. Looks like a mouse has had a bit of a shout at that there, eh? Good job it wasn't live, eh? Yeah. But anyway, guys, that's it really. It's just a little look of a brief history into my previous life of radios, I suppose, and it's just something I'm just trying to iron out, to be honest, to try and get back on track where I want to be. I mean, there's bits I'm going to go through these, so there's on a separate video. There's like bits and bobs in here, valves and stuff. And there's another box here. So if you hang around, I'll go through them and another one. Won't be bothered. That'll be just very brief, that though. I mean, there's all sorts on the floor down here still. But I need to get this out of here ASAP, or I'm going to be in deep shit. Like I say, guys, if there's anything that you might need for a restoration, or you know, maybe it's a missing part that's a bit hard to get hold of, speak up, and we'll try and help you out best we can. I do have, but like I say, I've got a lot more better bits than this. It's just that with me finding this, I thought, wow, I want to get a quick video out there on this. Well, I've got it out, so I can get it back away, out the bloody way as well. Then I know what's in the pile. It's going to be on video, and yeah, good idea. I think. I hopefully think anyway. Anyway, guys, it's very nice today. Before this camera locks up again, let's hope you have a decent weekend. And a thumbs up wouldn't go amiss. And a subscribe to the channel would be much appreciated. I mean, last week, I think, was it the week before, I passed over 300. It was starting to gallop a little bit, actually, so I was quite pleased with that. That's like 300, even if it's like, it's 320 odd or whatever it is now. That's like, that to me is a big audience, and I actually appreciate that, guys. So, on that note, guys, thumbs up. And if you're not already subscribed, it would help the channel greatly. And we'll catch you in the next one.